minutes. Go. I know what they're thinking. They don't even know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They took it to 10. Hey.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. This one fielded at the 5. Shifts by him. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. 180!
Mike's by 4. Here we go.
Get hot!
Right there. 54, right there.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. He finds an opening past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
And they regroup defensively after the broken tackle, getting to him just beyond the 45. A gain of 3, second down. One of the big questions in the lead up to Super Bowl 54, the health of Tevin Coleman. We saw him go down fairly early in that NFC Championship game against Green Bay, and you thought, oh boy, that doesn't look good. Separated shoulder, pop back into place, and he wants to give it a go.
And you understand that. I mean, the chance to get to the Super Bowl and play. He's been there once before, but that was with Atlanta. And that was a 28-3 game, that lead that they gave up against New England. He wants to try and get a ring himself. So if at all possible, he will give it a go. Fortunately for San Francisco, he's part of a 3-man rotation at tailback that includes Matt Breida, who's a backup, and Raheem Mostert, who has just blazed through the playoffs.
You mentioned that game against New England. Of course, Kyle Shanahan was also with Atlanta. He wants to right that ship, too.
Here we go. 180!
Exit. Check 26. Kill.
White.
Switch.
They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
First down, 49ers.
Here we go. 180!
59. Here we go.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
59. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. SOS.
On second down, it's Coleman. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now first and 10 at the 20.
Check safety, check safety.
Protein spill.
Shift. Watch the edge.
Ready.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Well, that man, Derrick Henry, boy, was he one of the stories of the postseason. Leading rusher in the NFL during the regular season, but even then, kind of under the radar. But he really showed America how valuable he was during that Titans postseason run. A 3-game stretch starting with Week 17. Charles, 211 against Houston, 182 versus the Pats, and 195 in Baltimore.
And what I think is surprising for people is, as you said, he was under the radar. But if you go back 2 seasons when they had a little bit of playoff success, remember when they won in Kansas City? People remember the play where Marcus Mariota got the ball batted back to him. What they may have forgotten was Derrick Henry shredding the Kansas City defense with well over 100 yards in that game. So in playoff time, when he plays big, which he normally does, Tennessee tends to have success. That's the kind of back that they have in Derrick Henry.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
A first down carry for Henry. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Derrick Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 39 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0.
Greg Joseph set to kick off.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go,
The
here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Here we go. 180.
59.
Don't get nervous. 21, 21.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Here we go, here we go. 180.
I got it. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check. Lucky.
12, fellas, here we go.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. They run for it with Breida. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
First down, second.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. George Kittle, the All-Pro, 85 catches, over 1,000 yards this year. Maybe the most memorable play, that face mask tugging catch in the final minute of the win at New Orleans, Charles.
Yeah, you're right about that because it was a 4th and short. He catches the ball and continues downfield with what felt like 8 or 9 guys on top of him. But as you noted, the most important part was the face mask that was grabbed, and he just kept going. That is George Kittle. Now, he's almost been a forgotten man in the postseason because 49ers have emphasized the run game, just 4 catches, 35 yards in 2 games. But how about the blocking? Absolutely dominating both at the point of attack and in space. Not a surprise because he is the son of a former Big Ten offensive lineman.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Come on, set. 60 or.
56. Pick me up. Here we go. Deuce.
On first down, it's Henry. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. And this one's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Tannehill into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Well, partner, let's talk Super Bowl. We have to. Before the year, by the way, we made predictions for the Super Bowl. You got one of the teams right. You had Kansas City and New Orleans, but you had the Saints winning. I also had the Saints there, but losing to New England. Now we get a chance to rectify things. So who's going to win the big game, partner?
Well, I think San Francisco wins. 35-34. MVP, usually a quarterback. But in this case, we're going to have an upset. Middle linebacker Fred Warner is going to have 13 tackles and an interception return for a touchdown and be the upset MVP winner over Jimmy Garoppolo, because in the Super Bowl, if the quarterback does anything, he wins the award. But this time, the defense, which got them there, is going to take charge, and Fred Warner walks away. Super Bowl MVP, 49ers Super Bowl champions.
Wow, you went above and beyond with great specifics there. I'll be a little bit more general. I'll just say that the Chiefs are going to win by a touchdown, and yes, I'll go with the MVP being number 15, Patrick Mahomes.
And if you're not really rooting in this game, how great a matchup is this?
It's fantastic. Going to be a ton of fun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 29-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Like 20. 59.
Let's go, D.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 27 yards there, a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On second down, a run with Breida. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That second down play, Nets looking to throw. Garoppolo. That's complete to his speedy wideout, Goodwin.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat...
Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 39 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken from the 7.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
56 right there, right there.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
Hey, C6.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That's where you belong.
Close to the ground and incomplete. It leads to 2nd.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Right there, 54, right?
Now.
54, Mike.
Big grip.
Tannehill, and Walker has it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
High 7.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared.
Hard, hard.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Hey, exit. Get it.
The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A.J. Brown, as time expires in the first half, and the Titans have taken the lead. Joseph on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So 2 quarters down, 2. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
For San Francisco.
The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Down.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. He finds Corey Davis. Past the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, 61 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Let's go 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Garoppolo. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Go ahead, go ahead.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 30, 10, and across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida, 68 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's got room. And how about that return as he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
They'll run on first down. Henry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henry. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. On third down, Henry. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit. Maybe
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The seasoned vet out of Penn State, Cameron Wake, in to drop him. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
A gain of 28 yards there, and give them a first down. Charles, you and I have made our predictions for Super Bowl 54. Well, coming soon, the official Madden NFL 20 Super Bowl prediction. Something Madden folks do every year is predict how they think the big game is going to play out. And that prediction, with the help, by the way, from Peyton and Eli Manning, is going to be revealed on Thursday, January 30th, 9 Eastern. Go to EA.com/theprediction to check it out. And keep playing Madden to feed the machine and tell us who you think will win as well. Again, it's EA.com/theprediction.
Under crunch. Check.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. And an alley to run. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine.
Get it.
You're coming.
This is Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Hey, orbit.
56.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They run again with Breida, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
White's 3, 218, chopper.
Safety's creeping.
5.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Tannehill. Blitz coming, and down he goes. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. Now Lewis here on first down. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
The ball
15, Lonnie.
The
15
tackle
Lonnie.
by Quan Alexander. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and
From the 31, Tannehill. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now here's a throw that's taken in by Tajay Sharp. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And an alley to run. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now Lewis. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
a 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Ready?
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Drop deep, drop deep. Back.
Again, it's Lewis. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Alert flare.
They'll run for it with Dion Lewis. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, the head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Ready. Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter right. Turn it up. We giving a show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin. Subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all ground. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the left. pocket like rocket fuel.
Rick Rock. Tick-tock. West hip-hop. Are you ready for some football? Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll it when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll it when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it. Big Snoop Dogg, it's in the game. Blow your mind.
Ooh, why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it. Ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my...
The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 9. Yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Let's go. 70, Indy.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
5.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
No chance.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And that'll set him back 5.
Yeah, D. Yeah, D. Go.
Set, ready. 60 outlaw.
I'm coming.
Go, go.
Hey, check Mike.
Go.
The throw on second down is Tannehill. Complete. This is Lewis. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
I got you, boy.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. He gets it to Brown. Complete. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Ready, ready.
On first down, Tannehill sets up the screen to Lewis. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
A second down run with Lewis. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Here we go, here we go. 18, Gator.
Let's go, baby. They turn up. Let's get that ball.
They'll stay with Lewis here on first down.
Check 31.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now they'll run with Lewis. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Shit!
On first down, it's Lewis. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
30 base. 2nd and 5. At the 49ers, 17-yard line.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Hey, check 24, watch 24. Check hot route, hot. Shift. Big edge.
Hey, Sam off.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the 11-yard line.
Here we go. 8, read.
Watch the slant.
Hit it.
Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. And that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis there to make the grab. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Greg Joseph set to kick off.
Joseph now to kick this one away.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down 49ers.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
White. Check 52.
This is Breida. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
White. Hey, wahoo!
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Yeah, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Third down and 4 yards to go.
And 4 after that incompletion on second down. On third down, a run from Breida. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here.